US military just obliterated IRGC to avenge its troop killing. And that was a very shocking news to hear, because you always expect the world number one army to never bow down to, Iran or anyone else. But I heard the news that, okay, some jets of USA were being shot down by Iran and there were some killings done by Iran. So I knew for sure that America will take revenge, and we are going to hear about that. So let's watch this
Video.
Good morning, my fellow Americans. It's July 24th, 2026, and for the 13th consecutive night, American air power is raining hell across Iran. This isn't just another round of strikes. This is calculated, devastating retribution against the IRGC forces that cut down two of our finest service members in Jordan. CENTCOM footage released just hours ago shows bunker-busting munitions punching deep into hardened ballistic missile facilities and suspected IRGC command nodes with terrifying precision.
And all this for killing two people.
A whole, I thought it has been stopped, right?
Yeah, so but if Iran killed two of their people and now they're hitting everyone else.
Oh my god.
Abbas in the south to targets near Tehran, Iran's air defenses, missile storage sites, and coastal surveillance networks are being systematically dismantled. Two American heroes paid the ultimate price, and America answered with overwhelming force. And tonight, that answer may be about to get even bigger.
Even bigger?
Has now signaled a strike larger than anything we've seen in this war so far. Stay with me, because tonight we're breaking down exactly how the Growler, Viper, and Stratofortress are working in deadly harmony, and why Iran is lashing
So
out
these
across
are the
multiple
jets
fronts at
that
once.
US has.
This is Max Headburner, where the truth burns hot and the analysis cuts deep. Two U.S. service members made the ultimate sacrifice when an Iranian ballistic missile struck a base in Jordan.
Whoa!
It was huge. No.
And how did Jordan allow
a
this?
steadfast American ally, had been successfully defending against Iranian attacks for weeks, intercepting wave after wave of missiles, cruise missiles, and drones. Unfortunately, one shot got through.
One
Four other
missile.
service members were injured, but have since returned to duty. At the time of this video, one remains missing in action.
Missing?
These are the 15th and 16th American lives lost in this conflict, and the
16
first
lives.
fatalities in months. The death toll now stands at 17.
But just now you
CENTCOM's
said there were like
response
two
was
people
swift
dead.
in an official
Yes, so
statement.
two now. From start to
Start.
now, it is 17.
Oh.
And that just shows like even US is losing a lot.
People.
Like people are thinking just, okay, Iran is losing everything. No.
Nope.
It's hurting US too.
CENTCOM said the goal was to degrade Iran's ability to threaten commercial shipping in the Strait of Hormuz and to hold the IRGC accountable for the attack on our troops. This marked the first time in the campaign that CENTCOM explicitly named the IRGC as the target of retaliatory action. The
Oh, now
message
they're
is
going
clear.
specifically
When you kill
against them.
Americans, the conversation doesn't end.
Aircraft
It
carrier.
intensifies. Since that night, the conflict has escalated fast. The IRGC now claims strikes on radar installations in Kuwait near Ali Al Salem Air Base and Bubiyan Island, and asserts hits on U.S. linked facilities in Bahrain, including drone maintenance areas
Kuwait
and
is the
naval
country or the
support
capital?
sites.
Country.
A merchant tanker was also reportedly struck near the Strait of Hormuz, raising fresh concerns about freedom of navigation. President Trump
They
has
are
signaled
not
that
going to
even
stop.
larger strikes may be on the table. This is no longer a contained
So he's
exchange.
giving
Larger than
warning.
The
this,
war
yes.
is spreading across the region, and the stakes rise with every night. Stay tuned, because after we walk through the imagery of these strikes, we're going to dissect exactly which American aircraft are making this precision campaign
Whoa.
possible.
Yeah.
Picture this. Deep in the Iranian night, the sky lights up with brilliant flashes as American munitions find their marks. Bunker buster bombs slam into fortified underground facilities with earth-shaking force, sending massive plumes of fire and debris hundreds of
So
feet
bunker
into the
busters
air.
are the
You
same
can
that were
almost
used
feel
to kill
the ground
Khamenei.
tremble as
Yes.
reinforced concrete and rock are violently displaced. In Bandar Abbas, coastal surveillance sites erupt in secondary explosions as missile and drone storage bunkers cook off. The blasts are so powerful, they illuminate the surrounding landscape for miles.
My
Further north,
God.
near Tehran, air defense radar installations go dark one by one, their operators suddenly blinded as precision-guided munitions tear through hardened shelters. Satellite imagery captured before and after tells the story clearly. What were once
Oh,
sophisticated,
Oh my
deeply
God.
buried ballistic missile
Destruction.
complexes
everything
are now
just goes
smoking
away.
craters. What's left of Iran's coastal missile and surveillance network now sits in ruins along the shoreline. The sheer scale of destruction is sobering. These aren't random hits. Every explosion represents a calculated degradation of Iran's ability to project power and threaten American and allied forces. This is what overwhelming air superiority looks like in practice.
Yeah.
So at this
Clinical-
point of time, what is happening is Iran is trying to come back again and again, but like America is making sure that there is no more comebacks.
Yeah. Actually, this
Just
is
end it all.
relentless and devastating. And it's only getting more intense with each passing night. Now, let's move from what we're seeing on the ground to how it's actually being done. The deadly aerial symphony behind these strikes. Here's how a night like this actually gets built. It isn't one aircraft doing all the work, it's three completely different machines,
Oh.
each with a
aircraft.
job
It's
the others
three
can't
different
do,
jets.
arriving
Yes.
on target within minutes of each other. Iran's planners have spent years wargaming against single threats. Nobody wargames against a trio. It starts with the EA-18G
Eagle.
Growler, and nothing else in this package works until the Growler goes first. This is the electronic warfare specialist, a two-seat jet built off the Super Hornet airframe. But instead of extra firepower, it carries a jamming suite and high-speed
first goes the jammer.
radiation missiles designed to home in on enemy radar. Strap
Perfect.
missiles
So,
that
like, they're not
size to a
visible
jet, and you'd think it couldn't
the
get
screen,
any
on that
more
screen.
intimidating.
Or
And then
they
the
jams the
they
actual
cannot also
job
talk to
turns out
any
to be
other people.
worse than the
Oh.
hardware. Its
Stop their
mission is simple to
communication.
describe and brutal to watch. Blind Iran's air defense network before anything else shows up. Iranian radar operators turn their systems on to track incoming aircraft, and the Growler answers in one of two ways. It can flood that frequency with noise until the screen goes white. Not a power outage, not static, just white. The kind of white that tells an operator someone found him on purpose.
This is
Yeah,
scary.
you
It
can't do
can
anything
send
now.
Signal home with a missile and take the radar site off the air permanently. In practice, it usually does both against multiple targets simultaneously. By the time anything else arrives, Iran's radar picture looks like a blizzard, and the people staring at those screens are flying blind in their own country. The Growler never
Don't
makes
know
the
what to do.
headlines. It makes the headlines possible. Next comes the F-16, and here's a tip if you ever meet a pilot who flew one. Never call it the Fighting Falcon.
So
Every person who's actually strapped into that cockpit calls it the Viper. And using the
Viper.
wrong name is a fast way to get a very confused look, the same look you'd get calling a Marine a soldier.
Oh.
50 and 52
Okay.
airframes have been flying combat for 3 decades, longer than most of Iran's air defense operators have been alive, and they're built for exactly this kind of work. Its radar and precision-guided bombs can put a weapon through a window in a specific building in bad weather against a target identified
That's
hours
nice.
earlier.
like
by-
S16 is already very dangerous, but then you just jam everything and then you give it a free roll.
Yeah.
It will kill everybody.
So are they going to attack on them or they're just giving the warnings?
No, it's a proper
Proper
attack.
attack.
But first they jam it, then they attack.
Wow.
Them is
intelligence the
guided
pilot
them.
never saw until they were climbing into the cockpit. This is the aircraft doing the close-range surgical work. IRGC command buildings, coastal radar nodes, surveillance sites that need a scalpel, not a sledgehammer. Then there's the big one. The B-52 Stratofortress has been flying since 1961.
And what is the use of
18
this?
years before the IRGC even existed as an organization, and it's been rebuilt so many times since then that the airframe is basically the only original part left standing. Call it the grandfather of this whole operation, except Grandpa's still outlifting everybody at the gym. It doesn't even cross into contested airspace at all. It can sit well outside Iran's threat envelope and release cruise missiles that fly low, fly far, and find their targets on their own while the bomber calmly turns for home, not exactly rushed for a jet older than most of its own maintenance crew. Iran's air defense network was built to track airplanes. It was never built to track 20 low-altitude cruise missiles converging from different directions at
Okay,
once.
now I
And
know.
that gap
It was
is
too much for
exactly what
it.
the B-52 exploits. Put the three together and you get a strike package with no clean
These
answer.
are the wide ones,
The
I
Growler
guess.
clears the electronic corridor.
The
The Viper
missiles.
handles the close-in targets it just exposed. The B-52 reaches deep infrastructure that needs mass and range instead of precision. Three different threat vectors arriving together
What a
against a
unit
defense
this is.
network that's already been ground down over 5 straight months of this war. That's the part that matters most here. This isn't night one. Every previous strike package chipped away at radar sites, command links, and interceptor batteries that never got rebuilt because you can't rebuild a bunker buster crater with better rhetoric. So the air defense network absorbing tonight's strikes isn't the one Iran started this war with. It's whatever's left after 12 prior nights of exactly this treatment.
So it was such a strategic move by America to use these three jets. And these are three different kind of planes and they have three different uses, but they are used in a proper way. And due to that, like, they are attacking Iran relentlessly. We are seeing the news every other day that okay, now US and Iran war has stopped, and then it starts again. Then we see another news that it has stopped, but it has
Yeah.
started again. I think so it is because of Iran trying to hurt America in some or the other way.
Yeah, maybe because of the Khamenei and the fire in them, I think so it's still burning. And as you said, I'm also thinking the same because every day we think that okay, there's the full stop. There was this huge discussion about the Strait of Hormuz. Now it is resolved. I don't understand why Iran is still attacking on them.
And actually, like when Iran is attacking, definitely US is not going to be silent because it were only two people, and look how destruction, like on which level of destruction they have caused already, and what a strategic move it was to just align all these three planes and send them one by one. Awesome move it is.
Like, what do you guys think about it? Do let us know in the comment section below. So do like, share, and
Subscribe.
bye.